Oh, Namaste. I am Shastri Mungala, Secretary Vedas Worlding. He is Mr. Dr. Chaganti, our President of Vedas Worlding. Namaste, sir.
Om.
Likewise, we have Mr. Murli Cheru. He is our data scientist. Namaste, Murli Garu.
Namaste.
Sir, there was a storm, Elsa, which was supposed to pass Sarasota and Tampa. So on 4th of July, we went to Sarasota and performed Yajna on the 5th of July 2021 and on evening 5th of July, and also similarly on 6th of July 2021 morning also we performed the Yajna.
Yeah.
So
it was in Florida, Sarasota and Tampa in Florida. Yeah.
So were we able to mitigate the storm? And can you throw some light on it, and also what are the end results of it also?
Sure, Shastri Garu. So, Murli Garu, do you have any question before I start?
Actually, yeah. I mean, it's a great effort, and I've been following through, throughout your journey all the way from Atlanta to Florida. Many hours of driving and lots of effort. And first, I would like to congratulate both of you, and also kudos to Vedas World team for this great effort. And yeah, I mean, do you mind first showing us put us into the context and shows the details? Then I have a couple of questions, and on the way, I'll ask those questions.
Okay, sure. So you can see that from 4th July to 6th July, the path at different timings, how it will be. Here you can see the date and time at which we recorded this one. So on 6th July, see, this is 6th July, 5 p.m. From storm to hurricane, it's supposed to be converted. See, H is hurricane here. So it's supposed to be converted to hurricane somewhere here near Fort Myers, and then travel throughout like this. That's the idea. And this red color is a hurricane watch. So that's what they said. National Hurricane Center gave this data. So till evening of 6th July, today is 7th July, and today now the time is around about 10:45, 10:50. So this is the path till that time. After that, whatever happened, I will explain that. But it's supposed to be a hurricane. So we did Yajna in Sarasota, above the Fort Myers towards north, and above us, Sarasota, above Sarasota, 60 miles, Tampa was there. So that's the places, that Tampa is there. So this hurricane is supposed to pass through this and shatter everything and go.
Right. So, I mean, we have been following, since the Tuesday afternoon, 5 p.m. to 11, even 11:30 p.m. night, it has been converted. The storm has been converted or declared has been to hurricane category level 1. Actually.
Yes.
And then the wind speed was, I remember, 70 to 75 miles per hour.
Hurricane category 1 means above 75.
So, yeah, 75 actually. So it was throughout that 5-6 hours. It has been on category level 1 of hurricane, and that was predicted.
Yes.
Then what happened? Right after that, 11 p.m. Once it touches the Sarasota, the things have changed. Do you mind explaining that sequence, that what has happened?
I'll explain. See, Yajna will mitigate storms, hurricanes, whatever it is, depending on we know what material to put, how to put, how many hours to do, when to do, how many times a day to do this, all things we have a clear idea. So we did it. So let's see what the news channels are saying.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. The very latest on Elsa. Tops the state winds now at 70, so we're down the tropical storm status. Still looks like a strike here right around the Big Bend region coming aboard this morning at about 8 o'clock, and then continuing down the line right up the Atlantic seaboard as a tropical storm. Current watches and warnings. We continue with hurricane warning for potential gusts on the shoreline here of west central Florida. We continue with a tropical storm watch for Lake County. Warnings elsewhere shaded in the orange for you. We are tracking rain bands now moving up. Looks like our weather is going to be going downhill around Orlando and the surrounding vicinity as this whole mass continues rotating our way. The potential for tornadoes will rise throughout the morning hours. That's all for now. Keep it at a Fox 35. Always depend on and trust.
So the storm, the hurricane has turned into storm. So
Right.
that's what he said. I'll show you another news channel.
Right.
So you can see that one is hurricane. It's passing through Sarasota and it's becoming a storm. So as the hurricane passed through Sarasota, just beside Sarasota, automatically it converted into storm. That means it has weakened. So that is the effect of Yajna.
And I saw the deviation.
Yeah,
going away
deviation.
from
See,
the-
it tilted towards west. You can see clearly. See that path? So
Right.
that's how it pushes into the
Right.
sea, and also it pushes from away from us. So any danger and heavy thing, it will push away. So what we say is that either a calamity or a drought, everything will be balanced by this yajna. So therefore, this has happened here. And let me show you another one.
ABC Action News, tracking Tropical Storm Elsa.
I was wondering if we were going to update that open because we are no longer looking at Hurricane Elsa. Goodbye, hurricane. Hello, tropical storm. Winds back.
That's it. So goodbye, hurricane. Welcome, storm. Okay. So this is what time is this? Midnight, 2 a.m.
Down to 70, and honestly, I think that's being really generous because this just looks like a blob of cloud cover out there.
So we are telling 70 miles per hour. It's very generous, but it's a blob of cloud at her. There's nothing there. So the dissipation, you see how it dissipated very fast. Okay, let me give you another one.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. The very latest on Elsa tops the state winds now at 70, so we're down the tropical storm status. Still looks like a strike here, right?
So it's a tropical storm now. No more hurricane.
Right.
Now 8 a.m. news. That is today's July 7th, 8 a.m. news. Let's see how it is.
All morning with Greg talking about how this really was kind of a dress rehearsal for all of us, getting ready, getting prepared, the first one of the season. And it was a good run for everybody to make sure that, you had everything that you needed to make sure that your family stayed safe.
We're going to do really good in the next one.
Yeah.
Because there will be a next one because we're...
See how they are joking. You see, they prepared very well for hurricane, but there was no hurricane. So they're saying that, okay, let's do it for the next time. This is a dress rehearsal. Just, it's a rehearsal for them. So it has happened, that the hurricane, there's no hurricane. Storm, there's no storm. Heavy wind, no wind. Tornadoes, no tornadoes. Except rain, there was nothing.
Wow, very nice.
So therefore, there's a dress rehearsal for them.
Yeah.
And it's hurricane season. If you just moved here and you're thinking, how often does this happen? Pretty often. It happens a lot.
See, how happened this? So
They're wondering how that has changed.
Here because we're kind of used to how this goes. So, you've got your kit. I bet you got that water that you didn't want to lug from the supermarket to your garage. You've got it now, 1 gallon per person per day. And that water is going to be good for all of hurricane season. 65-mile-an-hour storm. Again, it has weakened continually as of the 5 o'clock hour, down another 5 miles an hour. Water here cooler now. The center of the storm also heading towards more and more land, which is...
So that's the thing. So it has slowed down, it has weakened, it has everything. So once it passed through Sarasota, it has weakened because we did Yajna there. So that's the point. That's the punchline. So our Yajna effects have been very successful. So let me show you one more path by Weather Channel. Okay.
Back out to the tropics, we have not, there's a position statement, but it's not a full update with our track shift. But what we've seen here from yesterday and through today, or through this morning thus far, have been those track shifts to the west.
So this is hurricane center track shift. It's very clearly written. So there's a track shift. So for yesterday to today, it has shifted the track. So drastically to the west, it was pushed. After passing through Sarasota, it pushed into the ocean. Yes, sir.
So it was going away from the land, basically.
Exactly. It pushed away. That is, wherever we did Yajna, from there, it will be pushing away and weakens that one so that it will not cause any destruction to other places and our place, both.
Right.
So that's the Yajna effect.
So, this process, lasts for how long and covers what kind of distances?
Yeah, that's a good question. Shastri Garu, how many hours we did on 5th July evening?
2 hours, sir.
2 hours. That is between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m., correct?
Yes.
So, and then on 6th July morning also, how many hours we did?
2 hours.
2 hours, from 7 to 9. So this is what we did in Yajna. And
Yes.
the size of the Yajna Kunda and the location you choose, the materials you choose, the mantra you choose, everything depends. So that
Yes.
we have done years of research and we got some data. So based on that, we did Yajna there. So actually we have wanted to the third time, but the two Yajna Kundas were totally still burning even after 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
The
So
first
this,
Yajna,
the material you used for this size was that for targeting for 50 miles, 100 miles, or 200 miles?
This what happens is depending on the climatical condition, it can spread slowly or faster. So because it was a hurricane coming, so the pressure was very high, 1004 millibars, and whereas at Sarasota it is not 1000, it was below 1000. So the pressure from hurricane pushes this side. So therefore, seeping inside will take some time. But ultimately it has to go. It has to merge into that. So therefore, it all depends on the timings, how much and all. But still, it will go. Once you do that kind of yajna, it can go from anywhere from 50 miles to 300 miles.
Wow.
Yeah, it can go. But in ocean, slightly different from land. But still, it's effect.
Yeah, because
actually,
I
we wanted
remember.
to do it yesterday also, Murli, yesterday night also, but both the Yajnakundas, as sir was telling, they were still burning. And the beauty of it is, day for yesterday evening, the Yajnakunda, what we did, yesterday afternoon also it was burning. We could see the fire again, it rekindled itself and we could see the fire. So we thought we should not disturb it.
So do you mind sharing what kind of process that interacts with the atmosphere actually?
Yeah, when you do yajna, what materials you put will become nanoparticles, atoms, molecules, etc. And because of the heat, they gain kinetic energy and drastically enter into the atmosphere. They collide with atmospheric particles and they do the chemical change or physical change, whatever possibilities, and they will shift this atmosphere up and up and up. So the next atmosphere from the side starts coming inside. So this entire process will be acting like a buffer. So if excess things are there, it'll try to reduce them. If less things are there, it'll try to enhance them so that the natural climate exists.
Okay, well, it maintains that elasticity.
Yes, a buffering situation. It's called. So something like, see, when you get fever, what you do is you take some tablet. So that tablet, what does it do is it has a chemical. It produces the buffering action in the blood, so that it balances the sodium, etc. Ions, so that the fever comes down. So this process is called buffering action. So a buffer solution, what does it? Suppose if you take a buffer solution, if you add acid to that, it will try to make it, the buffer solution will try to reduce the acidity of that. And if you add base to it, it will try to decrease the acidity of basicity of that. So this is the buffer solution. So it will maintain a constant pH. So similarly in the atmosphere, a constant molecular situation, constant atmospheric conditions will be maintained by Yajna.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So far we understood that the storm Elsa is mitigated in around Sarasota and Tampa area. And I want to show you one more video at Clearwater's beach near to Tampa. What the report is saying. Just listen to that.
Over the next couple hours, is really going to shift to the Big Bend, the Nature Coast, where this storm is going to make landfall. That's where we're talking about the worst of the impacts. Yeah, it doesn't look pretty out there, but our weather is starting to improve, and it will gradually continue to improve as we get into the afternoon, evening hours. You're thinking about lightning game. You're not going to really have any issues as we start to dry things out. Likely seeing sunshine, believe it or not, by this afternoon. 77, a shaky camera out there in Clearwater, and obviously you don't want to be on the water. It's still a high rip current risk, high surf. You don't want to be boating on a day like this. And southwesterly winds that are in the single digits. I mean, if that's not improvement, I don't know what is. And of course, the storm not too long ago was passing just offshore. Now the center is right over here, so you can see there's Citrus County, there's Levy County, and that's where.
So saw that what the reporter is saying is that it was supposed to be 75 miles per hour, but whereas it's 9 miles per hour wind speed. So you can see how drastically the mitigation has occurred. So that's a clear. Where is the, by the way, where is the Clearwater? Is it close to Sarasota, Tampa? Let me show you.
Tampa.
So you can see here, this is Sarasota and this is Clearwater Beach. Okay,
Wow.
and this is Brandon. So therefore Tampa is close by here. So that's how it's very close to the situation. So we did Yajna in this Sarasota area here, and Clearwater Beach, you could see very clearly that the impacts are nothing. So there can be rain, little bit of rain, it's fine. Rain is required for every land, but not excessive rain, no tornadoes, no wind gusts, and no hurricane.
Nice.
So here's the situation.
Are you planning to write a technical paper on this?
Yes, definitely we have to write on this. Yeah. Any other questions?
No, so far so good, and it's really very interesting to see this process, and hope you will do more of these processes in this season to concrete this idea to rest of the world actually.
Luckily that myself and Shastri Garu went to that place, and you are always behind the scenes curtain, and you have been working on reservation for our hotels and materials where they are available in that area, and what temperature, everything you have been guiding while we are traveling, and it was fantastic. The backup was very good by you, and the Super 8 hotel, which is Wyndham hotel, which you booked for us, is very fantastic. And that gentleman Uday Raval, is the owner of that hotel, and he was so kind enough to. I was asking him, can you show me a location where we can do this yajna? He said, anywhere in this hotel you can do. It's your property, use it. So and yes, he daringly told, generally it's a hotel where people come and go, and most of the people are US citizens. They come. So what is going on if they get, surprisingly, the fire and everything, they get surprised. But still he told, no, don't worry, you go ahead and do it. And he provided a location where there was a tin roof and 4 sides open. It's like a mantapam where marriage can take place. So that place, and we did yajna there. It was so fantastic for 2 days. And he gave us free food. He cooked, Indian food, vegetarian food. His wife cooked so delicately and gave us. And in the next day we got Punjabi food, so fantastic, and free food. And for 1 day he gave us free accommodation. So that was so good, so kind. And he told, you do it. It is good for the society. And so charitable person he was. And his video also, we made it the other day. So we released it. So we thank the hotel management, Mr. Uday Raval. And we thank you, Murali Garu, for supporting from backside. Everything you have been, every hour you have been up to, right from Sunday morning to Tuesday evening, late in the night. So, and I thank Shastri Garu also for coming with me and performing the yajna. So
congratulations to both of you, and kudos to Vedas World team.
Yeah, we want that everyone should approach us to know the technical know-how. If they want to know how to perform yajna in such serious conditions, it'll be fantastic. Thank you very much, sir.
Nice, very nice.
Thank you very much, Shastri Garu, for bringing up this video.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Oh.